THERQI your EUFSPKEON. What if I shared a secret that the vast majority of individuals who attempt to master the markets aren't merely destined to fail? They are actively practicing failure every single time they pull up a price chart. It isn't due to a lack of intelligence or a deficit in willpower. It is simply because no one ever pulled back the curtain to show them the underlying truth. They were handed flashy signals but never a coherent system. They were taught how to read candlesticks, but never how to read their own volatile emotions. They spent their days chasing green numbers on a screen without ever truly grasping the mechanics of risk. The most tragic part of this cycle: most people don't even realize they're caught in it. They aren't just trading stocks or options, they are trading hope. And the cold, hard reality is that the market possesses no empathy for your hope. You've seen the highlight reels, haven't you? The curated Instagram screenshots, the TikTok gurus shouting about buying this now, and the promises of becoming a millionaire in 6 months just by following their alerts. It's designed to look effortless until your account begins to bleed out and your self-confidence is utterly crushed. But what if I told you this swing trading is not a side hustle, nor is it a game of luck or a product of social media hype? It is a learnable, sophisticated craft. It is a skill set defined by rhythm and probability. Once you truly internalize this, you will stop seeing chaotic lines on a chart and start seeing repeatable patterns. You will see the market for what it truly is. In the next 40 minutes, I'm going to guide you through a comprehensive blueprint designed to teach you how to think like a professional trader, not a desperate gambler, and build a plan that prioritizes the protection of your capital above all else. THU gain TV bar R nu HYINTLATISNT. Let me introduce you to David. He was an MIT-trained engineer with a $150,000 salary, the kind of person who could solve complex differential equations in his sleep. When he first discovered the world of trading, he assumed he had found a logical playground where numbers never lie. 3 months later, he had vanished $47,000 of his savings. This didn't happen because the market was rigged against him or because he was particularly unlucky. It happened because he made the classic mistake of treating trading like an IQ test. Spoiler alert, it's an EQ test. David would analyze charts for hours, finding flawless math and perfect setups. But the moment the trade went red, his logic evaporated. He'd move his stop loss, claiming it needed room to breathe, or add to the position to average down. That isn't trading, it's negotiating with a force that doesn't care about your arguments. You are not trading stocks, you are trading your beliefs. Professional traders win 40% of the time and still get rich because they accept that losing is part of the business model. They don't predict, they react with consistency. To bridge this mindset gap, you must adopt the failure rehearsal ritual. Before every session, visualize a perfect setup failing. Feel the phantom sting of the loss and practice your stoic response. When you can watch a stop-loss hit with the same emotional neutrality as checking the weather, you have finally graduated from the amateur ranks. The market is a massive transfer mechanism. It moves wealth from the impatient and emotional to the calm and prepared. The nice John from Texas spent a 15,000 on a 6-monitor command center. With a Bloomberg terminal, he went broke. Sarah from Seattle uses a single MacBook at a coffee shop with 3 indicators. Her account is up 47%. The lesson: more tools create more confusion. Complexity is the hiding place of the fearful. If you need 20 indicators to tell you a stock is going up, you're looking for a certainty that doesn't exist. You need a reliable broker, one charting platform, and daily candles. Your technical setup should be simple volume bars for conviction, 20 and 50-day moving averages for trend context, and RSI for identifying extremes. That's it. You also need a screener like Finviz to filter 7,000 stocks down to the 20 that matter. Finally, your most vital tool is a journal. Tracking your trades turns random data into a personal edge. Amateurs buy gadgets, pros master the basics. Be like a Michelin-star chef who only needs one high-quality knife to create a masterpiece. Mike had 47 stocks on his watch list and suffered from paralysis by analysis, A prop trader told him to trade the same 5 stocks for 90 days. It changed everything. Depth beats width every time. You want dance partners that move with rhythm. This means liquidity, movement, and clean patterns. Look for waves on the daily chart, higher highs and higher lows. Avoid the drunk person drawing charts. Focus on the Goldilocks price range of 10 to 100. Stocks under 10 are often manipulated. Stocks over 100 are too institutional. You want the sweet spot where retail interest and institutional money dance together. Use relative strength as your ultimate filter. If the SPY drops 1%, but your stock stays flat, that is a coiled spring waiting to explode. Mastery doesn't come from catching every move in the market. It comes from mastering every move in 5 specific stocks. The holy trinity of trading consists of your entry, stop, and target. Trader A jumps in on a feeling and panics at the first sign of a pullback. Trader B waits for confirmation, sets a logical stop, and defines a target before the trade is even live. When the market wiggles, Trader A loses 500 while Trader B exits for a planned 50 loss. Your entry isn't a guess, it's a confirmation of volume and price-breaking resistance. Your stop loss isn't about how much you want to lose, it's about where your thesis is proven wrong. If you buy a breakout at $50 and it falls back to the 48, the breakout failed. Get out. Your target is your graceful exit into strength. Most traders ride winners until they become losers because they have no exit plan. Pro traders sell when the crowd is most excited. Write these 3 numbers down before you click buy. You aren't trading anymore, you are executing a pre-written script. TSMR Pylos PHYWRTHEA+TUP. Lisa takes 3 trades a month and makes $2,400. Tom takes 47 trades and loses FUD 100. Lisa is a sniper, Tom is a machine gunner. An AFA setup requires a 3-layer filter: the pattern, the context, and the confirmation. If you have to squint to see the pattern, it isn't an AHA setup. The best trades scream at you. You need market alignment. Don't buy tech when the tech sector is crashing. Wait for the volume surge to prove the move is real. Skipping a B grade trade is not missing out, it is quality control. I recommend keeping a skip trades journal alongside your actual journal. You'll likely find that the trades you passed on would have lost you money 80% of the time. This builds your subconscious edge detector. The money isn't made in the clicking, it's made in the waiting. AFA setups are rare, but when they arrive you strike with total conviction and zero hesitation. To truly expand your edge, we must discuss volume profile and market structure. Most amateurs look at price in a vacuum, but professionals look at value. Where did the most trading occur? That is your high volume node, and it acts as a magnet for price. When price moves away from value and stays there, a new trend is born. Understanding the auction process of the market allows you to see through the noise of daily fluctuations. Think of the market as a never-ending tug of war between buyers and sellers. When one side gets exhausted, price moves rapidly to find the next level of liquidity. Your job is to identify the trapped traders. When a stock breaks down and then quickly recovers, those who sold the whole are trapped. Their forced buying to cover their shorts creates the fuel for a massive squeeze. By understanding market mechanics, you stop being the victim of these moves and start becoming the beneficiary. A TRD plan. A trading plan is your constitution. It prevents emotional hijacking. When the market gets volatile, your plan should include your market context, your focus list, and your specific if-then statements. If YZ breaks 55, 50 on 1, 5x relative volume, then I will buy 100 shares. This removes decision fatigue. You aren't thinking in the heat of battle, you are simply following orders you gave yourself in a moment of calm. Include invalidation rules in your plan. What would make you skip the trade? If the stock gaps up too high, or if there is a surprise news event, your plan should tell you to stand down. Sarah, one of my students, went from bleeding money to consistent profits just by committing to a written plan. It forced her to be intentional. Tomorrow morning, write down exactly what you plan to do, and more importantly, what you will not do. The clicking is just administration, the preparation is where the wealth is built. Curvnt eques advanced risk mitigation. Robert lost 50,000 not through one big mistake, but through 100 paper cuts. He didn't understand the math of ruin. To stay in the game, you must use the 1% rule. If you have a 110,000 account, you never risk more than 100 on a single trade. Use the position size formula DAGE. If the math says you can only buy 42 shares, you buy 42 shares, not 50, not 100. The math is your ultimate protection. Think of risk as research funding. You are paying the market a small fee to see if your hypothesis is correct. If it's wrong, you get your data and move on. If it's right, the payout should be at least 2 to 3 times your risk. This risk-to-reward ratio is the only way to survive a 40% win rate. Professionals aren't better at picking winners. They are simply masters of losing small. Your goal is longevity. If you can stay in the game for 10 years, the compounding effect of your edge will eventually make you wealthy. TPSCHO Rawanji Sealbrand The Loss. Marcus, a high-level hedge fund trader, celebrates his losses. Why? Because a clean loss that follows the plan is a victory of discipline. A win that breaks the rules is a poisoned gift that encourages bad habits. You must flip your journal. Give your wins one line, but give your losses paragraphs. Study the failure. Was it a good trade with a bad outcome, or a bad trade? This turns the pain of losing into the fuel for progress. The loss acceptance ritual is key. Before you trade, state aloud, "I will lose today," and that is professional. This programs your brain to stay calm when the stop-loss is hit. Amateurs are surprised by losses, pros schedule them. Jessica, a student who wins 60% of the time but made no money, realized she was cutting wins short and letting losses run. Once she anchored her stops in cement, her average win tripled. Acceptance is the bridge to profitability. TAPH to mastery PSSYS Thames BFLNGS. Trading success isn't built in the excitement of a breakout, it's built in the boring daily routines. Sarah's morning ritual takes 15 minutes coffee, data check, and one sentence on how the market feels. She doesn't watch the screen all day, she checks in at specific intervals. This prevents over-analysis. At the end of the day, she reviews her performance against her rules. After 100 trades, the patterns in her behavior became undeniable. You must move from knowing to doing. Information without implementation is just entertainment. Start the 21-day routine challenge. Pick one morning habit, one trading rule, and one evening review habit. By day 22, these systems will be automatic. Amateurs rely on motivation, which fades when the market gets tough. Professionals rely on systems, which remain steadfast regardless of the charts. Your trading journey is a marathon, not a sprint. The person who can remain boringly consistent is the one who ultimately wins the prize of financial freedom. B1 T Trisharis T Fetal Transfer Armation. We need to address the real reason you are here. It isn't just about the money, it's about the lie. The lie that says shortcuts and magic indicators lead to success. You want to feel capable and in control. Swing trading offers that, but only as a practice, not a hack. The market is the ultimate mirror. It reflects your fears and rewards your discipline. The person who masters the market doesn't just build an account, they build character. You are becoming someone who sees patterns in chaos and stays calm in a panic. That skill transfers to every area of life. Maria, a former teacher, spent 2 years losing money before she stopped chasing and started building. Today, her trading covers her bills. But more importantly, she trusts herself. That is the ultimate truth. This journey is about building a better version of yourself, one disciplined trade at a time. The market will test you, but if you show up with your plan and your systems, you will eventually reach the 1% who truly do what they learn. Yo URIMNDATHESTS, the first 48 hours. Set up your trading view and training wheels, watch list of 5 liquid stocks. The next 30 days, paper trade for 1 week to prove you can follow a plan perfectly. The 90-day checkpoint. Evaluate your success based on your habits, not your bank account. The gap between knowing and doing is where dreams die. Bridge it today. Start small, but start now. The market is waiting, and so is your future self. Make them proud.